Could Grenada experience reduced demand for its fish exports from one of its major source markets? The recently imposed 10% tariff could mean that the cost of yellowfin tuna from Grenada will rise for U.S. buyers, which in turn could make the country's tuna less competitive compared to other countries that are not facing such tariffs or countries that have better trade agreements with the U.S. This could also mean an increase in cost for U.S. buyers, resulting in reduced demand for Grenadian tuna, leading to lower revenue from exports. Chief Fisheries Officer Justin Rennie said it is a wait-and-see approach as to how this will unfold.
Okay, so Grenada exports about $30 to $40 million worth of fresh fish to the United States, and that's yellowfin tuna. And what that means is that tariff by themselves, by the nature of tariff would increase prices, okay? So those prices can be transferred to the consumer. But if it's transferred to the consumer, then there may be an effect on the demand. Now, if the prices is high enough, then the demand will reduce and gauge, the whole transaction in terms of that. But tariff by themselves, always have the corresponding effect of increasing prices.
According to Rennie, Grenada's imports of tuna byproducts such as canned tuna or other processed goods could also become more expensive if tariff extends to those products, resulting in increased costs for local businesses that rely on these imports, potentially pushing up prices in the domestic market.
Okay, well, in terms of fisheries, we import like processed products, so whether it's in tins, whether it's in brine, okay, or dried. Okay, so those are some of the main products imported from the U.S. I cannot give you a figure, but quite a significant amount has been spent because we have a taste for, well, I don't know if it's a taste, but actually a preference, but also prices too, okay, which would influence what we actually, purchase. But, over the years, we consume quite a lot of, whether it's sardines, or mackerels, or what have you. So not only the U.S., but also from other sources too.
To mitigate the risk, Grenada may need to find new markets for its tuna. Rennie explained what they are doing to mitigate the likely impact on the fisheries sector.
Okay, so we are looking at diversifying our products. So not only fresh fish, but looking at some kind of product development and processing, and looking at alternative markets. Because for the last 3 decades, we have depended on fresh yellowfin tuna going into the US. Looking at processing, looking at other markets, that will take our product. And in terms of food security, of course, the fisheries sector is benefiting from the World Bank enhancement of food security. Okay, so there's a number of projects that we're undertaking in that. In terms of one is the establishment of FAD, the FAD fishery, looking at alternative species, looking at utilized species.
On Tuesday, government will engage members of the private sector to discuss matters relating to the evolving global economic dynamics. The session will focus on critical areas including economic development and diversification, food security and import substitution strategies, emergency food storage and agricultural resilience, connectivity, logistics, and trade facilitation and investment opportunities, and strategic public-private partnerships. Christina John, GBN News.